Dear students, we'll be starting in next 10 minutes, so please have patience.
I request from all of you, please mute your audio right now.
Dear students, please keep themselves on mute.
आप सब एक बार सेटिंग में जाकर डू नॉट डिस्टर्ब मोड पे अपने फोन को कर दीजिए, इसको इनेबल कर दीजिए ताकि किसी प्रकार का कॉलिंग आए तो डिसकनेक्टिविटी ना हो। सेशन बहुत ही शॉर्ट है तो हम लोग का प्रयास रहेगा इस टाइम को प्रॉपर यूटिलाइज करना। तो आप लोग अभी भी इसको मिनिमाइज करके सेटिंग में जाकर डू नॉट डिस्टर्ब को इनेबल कर दीजिए तुरंत।
Good evening, Ravikant sir.
Very good evening, sir. Very good evening. I think 72 student has joined. Maybe most of the student will be coming soon.
So the students will be creating some problems, or I'll remove them, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Amit and Shibli.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have given you both. I have given you the co-host, right? So please keep on watching. Okay. And I request all the participants to please maintain decorum, and so that we can conduct this webinar in a very successful manner, and so that you can all be benefited.
पता नहीं।
Yes, students, we will be starting in next 2 minutes. Please have patience. Nitin? Nitin? Nitin?
Yes, sir.
Then we can start the
Can
study
we start
joining in. Yeah, study joining in next 1 minute. You can please start with the introduction part.
Okay.
In next 1 minute.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Anand, sir.
Yeah. Shall I make anyone as the host, sir?
Sir, I have given you the co-host right, sir.
Okay, right. It
Yes,
takes
sir.
photo.
So, sir, with your permission, we can start, sir.
Yeah, please. I'll take one.
So, Nitin, please go ahead.
Okay.
1 minute, 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you can.
Nitin, please start.
A very good evening, Dr. Anand sir, Professor Pankaj Singh sir, Principal of the Jeevandeep Institute of Management and Technology, Ravikant Jaiswal sir, HOD of Management, Naveen Kumar Mishra sir, Head Training and Placement, Anisha Chaudhary ma'am, Head of Women's Health, respected Tanuj Jetli sir, AGM of IBS Uttar Pradesh, MP and Uttarakhand, Abhishek Bajpayee sir, Chief Manager of IBS Central Region, means to say Allahabad, Lucknow, Varanasi, Kanpur. There's also, I would like to thank all the faculty members who have joined today in this session, and so as also the student of Jeevandeep Institute of Management and Technology. On the behalf of ICFI Business School, myself, Nitin Tripathi, Manager IBS, welcome you all to today's session on the topic Knowing Yourself, Employability Skills, Group Discussion and Personal Interview. Before we commence the session, I would like to introduce our eminent academician, Dr. Anand sir. Dr. Anand sir is a doctorate in business management from Rayalaseema University, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh, India. Postgraduate in Master of Business Administration with Marketing Management specialization from Andhra University with first class. Dr. Anand sir has qualified UGC NET JRF for eligible to lectureship and junior research fellowship. He has graduated in Bachelor of Engineering ECE from Anand University, Visakhapatnam. Dr. Anand sir is teaching subjects are marketing management, services, marketing, digital marketing, management theory practices, and HRM principles. Dr. Anand sir is guiding PhD scholar as well. Dr. Anand sir selected for Japanese fellowship also. Dr. Anand sir selected for a postdoc, so is also visiting scholar in University of South Carolina, USA. Dr. Anand sir has 23 plus years of teaching, research, academic, administration, admission project consultancy experience. Previously, Dr. Anand sir worked as a professor marketing in Jain University, Bangalore, and worked as an associate professor and HOD in National Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, Hyderabad, promoted by Government of India and Government of Telangana. GITAM, Geetam University, Hyderabad, and Christ University, Pune at UG, PG, PhD level. Dr. Anand sir also worked as a professor and HOD in Vidya Vikas Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, High Tech College of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad, Christu Jayant Jubilee PG College, Guntur, and Mahatma Gandhi College, Guntur. Dr. Anand sir has research skill by publishing 65 research papers in national international journals, chapters in books, conferences, proceedings, edited and published 3 books, and editor associate, editor for 4 major international journals, and research area are customer satisfaction, service quality management in tourism. So is also travel, hospitality, and banking sector. Dr. Anand sir have 200 citation and H index in 5 and I index in 3. Received Best Research Paper Award in Geetam University Conference on Tourism, Travel and Hospitality Management on 30th of October 2020. Dr. Anand sir has presented 35 research paper international national international conferences and seminar. Dr. Anand sir has presented a research paper international conferencing in Penang, Malaysia 2012. Dr. Anand sir organized number of seminars, workshops, conferences at international level, national and international level. Dr. Anand has an administrative experience in reputed university and national institute, namely Chief Administrative Officer, Registrar, Dean, Head of Department for more than 32 years, and Superintendent of Examination, Coordinator for Diploma in Food Production, Convener Admission, every
Please mute everyone. If anybody will create any disturbance, then they will be removed from here. Okay.
So is also, he is an FDP coordinator, EDP coordinator, MDP coordinator, and Board of Studies Management of 4 universities, colleges, namely Mahatma Gandhi University, Nalgonda, Adi Kavi, Nananya University, Raja Modi, Government City College, Hyderabad, and Chandalwara Ramanamma University College, Tirupati. So now I would like to hand over this session to respected sir. Sir, kindly you can start this session for all the students. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Let me share the screen. Just 1 minute, sir. Let me share the screen. Already shared. Sanjay. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. I'm sharing the screen. Sir, screen is visible? Hello?
Yes, sir, the screen is visible, sir.
Visible.
sir.
Okay, okay. 1 minute, sir. I'll make it as a full screen.
But sir, PPT is not visible, sir. Yes,
Not
now it is
visible.
visible. Not now visible, sir. Now visible, sir. Thank you,
Visible?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, it's okay now.
Yes, sir.
1 minute, sir. एक minute. Full screen. Full screen. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Put it in. Yeah, okay. So let me start the lecture. First of all, let me thank our ICFI Business School team, managers, Abhishek Bajpai and Nitin Tripathi for coordinating this student development program and putting a lot of efforts with the college, coordinating with the college and with me and ICFI Business School. So really, I feel it's a honor and privilege to present my lecture or guidance to the students of Varanasi Jeevan Deep Institute of Management and Technology, Varanasi. So I thank Principal Professor Pankaj Singh ji and Head of the Department of Management, Mr. Ravikant Jaiswal. Before I start my lecture, let me give introduction about the ICFI Business School, Dehradun. ICFI University, Dehradun was started 20 years before. We have 25 acres of campus. In this university, we have four schools. One is ICFI Business School, ICFI Tech School, ICFI Law School, ICFI Education School. So ICFI Business School contains UG programs, PG programs, and PhD programs, research programs. In UG programs right now, we have BBA General Management, that means BBA Marketing, Finance, HR, and BBA FIA. FIA means Financial Investment Analysis, FIA. And third one is BCom. So now present BCom, we are going to have a MOU with the ACCA, which is a very prominent in cost and management. And one more is BA Economics. So these are all 4 programs at UG level. Next year, we are launching BBA Tourism and Hospitality Management, Tourism Travel Management. So these are all UG programs. We will come to PG programs. We have an MBA program. In the MBA, we have students from Pan India. Pan India. Now students are referring to Dehradun. We have 16 doctorates in this campus. 16 faculty members are doctorates. Everyone is doctorate. And they have all several research papers, books they have published. I can say proudly, last 50 days, we have conducted 43 workshops, seminars, FDPs, last 50 days itself. Today also we have 3 events. One is about cultural fest. The students performed their singing, dancing videos, music through online about 2 hours. So entire India, pan-India, various colleges, business school students have witnessed, have been getting many appreciation from different business schools. And we have one more today, SK Gupta, Chartered Accountant. He's a regular visiting expert in financial management. He has given a talk from Gurgaon. One more lecture this week. This week we have planned and completed international lecture series. All the professors every day 1 hour from various countries. So like this, we are giving lot of knowledge, skills, exposure, expertise to the students of UG, PG and PhD programs. Really, the students of our college, our business school, they are getting wonderful knowledge, expertise, and they are interacting. Monday also we have an interaction with the Special Chief Secretary, Prabhakar Reddy of Andhra Pradesh government, of Chief Minister. So this is the way we are organizing both academics, research, and also industry interactions. So I believe that ICFI Business School of Dehradun is the right choice for upcoming your UG or PG programs. Yes, now let me start the lecture. So today lecture, the topic given to me is knowing yourself, employability skills, group discussion, personal interview. Truly, I am telling you, I need minimum 5 to 6 hours to complete this topic. Only personal interview only, I'll take 3 days. Knowing yourself, I take minimum 2 days. Employability skills require minimum 2 days. So at least I need 1 week duration to complete all these topics. But even though whatever the time given to me, it may be 40 minutes or 60 minutes, I try to give you maximum inputs. If possible, we will meet up once again for in-depth knowledge, in-depth understanding. So I appreciate the students of Jeevan Institute of Management and Technology, Varanasi. So that the time now, right now it is 5:40. So 5:40 also 86 students joined to this program means you have a lot of interest, you have a lot of goal setting, you want to come out with your flying colors, you have a lot of dreams and aspirations. So that is the reason why even 5:40 also you have joined and watching and listening to my lecture. So I appreciate you. So let me start my lecture with knowing yourself. Yes. Many of Indian youth, maybe schooling or graduates or UG or PG students, we have a lot of issue. The major issue is we don't know what exactly we are, where we are going, what are our future needs, what do you want to be. No one can, give full clarity. I tell you, they start with some goal, but we'll come to UG, they join some science program. We'll come to PG, they join some social science program, and they do PhD in other program. That shows that a person has no clear vision, clear dream, clear clarity about his thoughts. So now the question is, now I am not going to that point of, I am talking how to identify our strengths. Anyone, whoever it may be, maybe I think you're all in UG second year or third year, final year of your UG programs. So how to know that you have some certain strengths? It may be analytical skills, it may be language skills, or it may be communicative skills, or problem solving skills, or human skills. How to know? Or art, you are good at art, painting, singing, dancing. So these are all different types of skills. So how to know about all these things? I tell you, after this, my class, you just sit at your home or in your room. Take your paper and pen. Just write down from first class onwards till this degree final year, what are the achievements you have? What are the appreciation you have received from your friends and relatives for your participation in various competitions, various examinations, and various inter-college or college level, school level achievements? It may be a class first, or it may be a subject first, or it may be a good electrocutor, you can talk very well, or you might have got the prizes in the cricket, or maybe singing, or a music, or group discussion. You just find out, you just coolly, you just sit down at your desk and prepare yourself. Where are the places in which my parents or my brothers or my classmates have appreciated my performances? If you really think, it will take, I tell you, minimum 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes it may take 2 to 3 days also. Then you will find out your strengths. Because some persons may be good at, managing the people. They're good at with the friends. They can organize some events, some tour to Uttarakhand, tour to North India or Delhi, South India. That means a person who have very good human skills. He can make people, he can impress the people to accept certain ideas and thoughts. If you have certain, this means you are a very good leader. You are a very good leader. You can manage the people. You can become you may be a class leader, or maybe a class representative or section representative. That shows that you are good for MBA program. You are a fit for MBA program. Some people may be good at mathematics. They can prepare reports, report writing. They can work on Excel sheets, or they can prepare wonderful, a sales report or marks report. Those people are good at MBA business analytics. You are good at managing the people. You are good at MBA HR, human resource management, or MBA general management. So there are some people who are good at calculations, cost analysis. They do costing, profit, revenue. Those things are very good. Those students are good at MBA financial management. Okay. Are you able to receive my talk? Can you put yes or no in the chat box? If yes, put yes. If no, yes, means no. Yes by Ayushi. Yes by, Harsha. Yes, Farida Khan. Very good. Now I believe that you are following my lecture. Very good. Before I get into this next topic, just now I am getting one thought of one story. Shall I tell a story to you? Are you interested? Say yes or no. Say yes or no. I want to tell you one story. Yeah. Yes, quite interested. Very good. 2 years before, I went to Chennai to give you a keynote address in a college called Anna Adarsh College. It's a women's college having 5,000 students in that college. I went for a World Tourism Day celebrations as a keynote speaker. Along with me, there is one more businessman, entrepreneur, who was sitting with me, and my talk is over. Next, he went for giving a lecture, giving one talk in that conference. I'm telling the same story. There was one boy whose parents were very poor. They could not provide him lunch or a breakfast or dinner, and even education also. So they are very nominal family. That person having a 6 years of age or 8 years of age, I believe, he has one dream. The dream was he wants to fly in the flights. Dream is, it is common for everyone. So I have a dream, you have a dream. So one person maybe want to become an actor by seeing the many actors. Someone may want to become a very good singer. The dreams are common for irrespective of education, irrespective of income, revenue. Dreams are common to everyone. That fellow had the dream, I want to fly in the flights. That was his dream. Because children are rural children, urban children. So usually they see, everyday red buses, buses, RTC buses, and they see trains. But very few people only will fly in the flights. Okay. So that fellow was sleeping on the railway station on the pavement. Railway station, you can find, people, student, night time, they don't have shelter. He left the house and he was moving with the street children, and he was sleeping on the railway station. Then naturally, night time, police will come for, they search who are the people who are, staying in the railway station. They keep on searching in the entire platform, main platform. Four children, 4 boys, about 6 to 8 years of age, they were sleeping in the railway station. Naturally, what they do, the police took them, 4 people, and put them in the police station in Chennai. I'm telling you, in the Chennai it happened. In the police station. In the police station, so they put 3 people in the station, but one boy, he ran away from the police station. He ran away because his smallest boy is a matter of, night 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So he could able to escape. He escaped from the police station. He was running. When he was running at morning 4 o'clock, he has seen one place at which there are 4 o'clock only, before one office, there are 100 people who are standing. 100 people are standing at a Chennai. 100 people were standing one by one, very systematically, serially, one by one standing over there. Then this boy who escaped from the police station, he was standing, he was also standing over there after 100 people, 100 in the queue. He was there. One stranger came after 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because after him, some another 10 people were standing. Okay. Then one person said, child, can you leave this position? I will give you 100 rupees. Instead of you, I'll stand here. Then he got a thought, I was standing just 10 to 15 minutes, 1 hour. One more person came, he wants to replace me in that standing position, for which he wants to give 100 rupees. Anyone who can you guess that office? What is that office? Anyone from this college? Can you name it? 4 o'clock, people will stand at one office at 4 o'clock. Anyone can guess it? What is that office? Chennai, like metropolitan city like Chennai. Why people go for 4 o'clock and standing and waiting for the office will open? Anyone can guess it? Yeah, can you guess that office name? Which office will open at, people will stand for 4 o'clock? One is call center. No, not a call center. For food, bank will not open by 4 o'clock. Maybe ATM may be open, but not a bank cannot be open. Temple, no. Post office, no. Police station open, but people will not stand for get into the police station for 100 people standing, no? Yeah, government office. What is that government office? Can you name it? Abhishek, I don't know. Harsha Singh, government office. Anyone? Can you guess that office? Yes, Dubey, police station, Farhan, police station. Anyone? Please, you can guess it. I believe that. Varanasi people are quite intelligent. Income tax, no. I guess school, no. Morning 4 o'clock. School will not open at 4 o'clock. It is a railway station, no. A railway station may be there. Yeah, I believe we got to take the tickets, but it's not correct. Yeah, I'm telling you, the answer is visa office, American consulate. American consulate. American consulate, people go at a 4 o'clock only to get their papers are get stamped. Visa office, very good, wonderful. Visa office, this fellow went and standing over there. He's getting 100 rupees. And what he did, he took 100 rupees, and again he was standing another end of the queue. Then he got another 100 rupees. Then he felt, just I was standing for 2-3 hours only. I'm able to earn 500 to 600 rupees. He's doing that one every day. Every day he was going and standing over there getting 500, 600 rupees every day. Do you know that person is? Now that person is a owner of 300 crores travel agency. The travel agency is called nothing but a Madhura Travels. Madhura Travels. The travel son, he was my, co-lecture, co-talk in that conference. His name is Balan. Recently, Tamil Nadu elections, he was contested through Kamal Hassan party. You can Google it, you can find out Balan. That once, a person who escaped from the police station, he was sleeping on the railway station. Now he became a 300 crores crorepati. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. A person who was a son of a teacher in a smallest village, having no power, knows high school from about 8 to 9 kilometers, he was walking. Now he became a dean of ICFI Business School. That is me. So anything can be possible. Only thing is we need to have the focus. The focus. If really focus, you can achieve anything. Yeah, let me come to my point. Identifying the strengths. So now after my class, you just sit at home after your dinner. You just write by point, first class, second class, third class, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 10th first year, intermediate first year, second year, degree first year, second, third year. What are my achievements academically, non-academically, singing, dancing, music, events organized? You just find out. Then you know who is Ayushi, who is Himansh, who is Shivani, you will be knowing. You got a point? So this is what I say, the identifying the strengths. So once you identify the strengths, then you plan your career. What would my PG? Shall I go for science, MSc? Shall I go for MCA or MBA program, or what program I need to go? I suggest to you, the current trend is MBA. MBA gives not only social science, management, but also it provides you MBA business analytics. You can become a scientist or a programmer or a manager by using various tools, analytical tools. So this is what I say. The strengths and opportunities and threats. I don't want to spend time on these weaknesses. You know what are your strengths. Something you may be emotional. Sometimes whenever someone says you are not fit for that one, you may not take it positively. So even negative things also be converted into positive things. Even you may be having financial crisis, but that crisis may be 1 year, 2 years, maybe pandemic. Many students now they're struggling that their parents lost their jobs. This is temporary, maybe 6 months or 7 months. It's not permanent. So financial crisis can be overcome by over the period of time. Maybe 10 months, 6 months, you can get it out. Or you can join the part-time job. You can feed your family. So that's not a big task. Yes, some doubt is there. Anyone? Someone raised the hand? Abhishek or something? Anyone? Any doubt is there? Any doubt identifying the strengths? Dear students, do you have any doubt in identifying the strengths what I taught right now? Are you okay? Please put chat box yes or no. No, sir. Ayushi Singh. Why no? I told you no. Yes, someone said Chiranjeevi Jaiswal. Yes. Yes, everything is fine. Very good. Yes. Kushi Srivatsav. Yes, very good. Rajat. All clear, sir. Yes. Now let me go to second part of my lecture. That is employability skills. Sir, what are the skills I require to get a job or to start my career? I have classified the skills into 4 different skills. To become a good manager or good engineer, good business analyst, good HR manager, good marketing manager, or MD, managing director, or to become a topmost personality, you need to possess 4 skills required for any individual. We or it may be. You want to become a top personality, topmost, be a CEO, general manager, or chairman of a company. So what are the major skills required for any individual? One is, I say from my experience, my observation and my research, conceptual skills. Conceptual skills means the subject knowledge. Suppose I say digital marketing. So you should know what is digital marketing. Digital marketing is a marketing promoting the products and services through digital services. This is called as digital marketing. So like this, any topic of your UG, PG, UG programs or anything, you should have a strong knowledge base over your subject. We call it as a subject command over a subject. Unless until you have a command over a subject, you cannot write exams well, or you cannot face any interview successfully. So I request you, what are the subjects you have chosen? Maybe commerce, or maybe BSc, or BA economics, or history. What are the subjects you have chosen? You should have a thorough knowledge. Then you can ask me, sir, how to get a thorough command over a subject? To get a command over a subject, we need to study textbooks only. Textbooks, not your guides, all-in-ones. No, by reading all-in-ones, by reading guides or some other notes, you may not get subject knowledge. To get a subject knowledge, you need to study the suggested, whatever the syllabus suggested or your teacher suggested, textbooks only. Then only you can pass any exam, given by any maybe UGC NET or maybe CSIR, anything, any competent authorities are conducting tests. You want to get it to pass, or do you want to get a good rank in PG test? First, we need to have a conceptual clarity. Subject knowledge is important. Next skill is technical skills. You can ask me, what is this technical skills? Technical skills, nothing but a problem solving skills. Problem solving skills. What is problem solving skills? We need to have the hands-on experience. Suppose now, I am displaying my PPT, PowerPoint. So I cannot, just only teaching, I won't get a PowerPoint. I need to click it, which zoom, which screen I need to click, then only I'll get this PowerPoint. So this is what we call it as a hands-on experience. Whatever you study, maybe MS Office or Excel or PowerPoint or Zoom or maybe any other tool, we need to have a live experience or Excel sheets or report writing. Then only you apply your knowledge practicality. This is called as a technical skills. Suppose if I say one example, driving. A good driver is required. I am also a good driver. To run your car, I can't say you just open the door, sit in the seat, driver seat, and you run the car. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. Teaching is very easy, but driving a car it requires experience. Without having a knowledge of where to switch on, where to key should be on, engine should be on, how to use my accelerator, brake, clutch, how to get into if it is a highest road, how to make the car stop. So all these things are not only teaching, we need to have a hands-on experience. Same thing in computers also. Same thing in digital tools also. How to use Google Drive, how to use Google Forms. So all these things require hands-on experience. Same thing, some other labs, chemistry labs or mechanical engineering labs. So it's not just reading. Just we should know how this computer operates, how TV operates. Just by reading an electronic subject, not at all, sufficient. We need to acquire the hands-on experience, for which we need to have practical experience called as technical skills, or we call it as a problem solving skills. Right? This is one thing. Second one is design skills. What is design skills? For any thought you have, you want to attend some program, you need to design a program. Suppose now I got a call yesterday by Abhishek Vajpayee and Nitin Tripathi. Sir, you need to give a lecture. They gave me topic. So the topic itself, then morning I sit and I prepared I designed one program to deliver a lecture. So this is what I say. Suppose you want to celebrate one birthday of your brother or your mother or your mummy or dad with some 50,000 rupees. So 50,000 rupees, how to spend? Whether celebrating at home or in a hotel. In a hotel, which hotel? So to whom we need to invite? So what is the menu? So what are the events to be taken care in the event, birthday event or my wedding event? This is called as a designing skills. So you need to have a knowledge of designing the events, designing your program, designing your, some machine or electronic device or a management financial program. Suppose a company requires a 10 crores, a small company requires 10 crores. So how to get the funds? Funds through bank or maybe a friends or maybe a public offer by share market. So we need to design the things. This is what we call it as designing skills. Another one is human skills. Even if you have a very good knowledge, you have a very good design skills, you can get the money, funds are there. But if you don't know how to respect your colleagues, how to respect your shareholders, how to respect your customers, you cannot run a business. You cannot run a business. So you need to take care of your colleagues, customers, or maybe your subordinates or boss, various stakeholders. For any business, there are so many stakeholders are there, so many customers are there. So all these things we need to have a good human relationships. Then only success can be happen. So this is what I say, human skills. Shall I continue? Sir, Nitin sir, Abhishek sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have a time till 6:30. sir.
Yeah, can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So now I gave you a short, information about employability skills and also identifying the strengths. That's what we call it as a SWOT analysis. Strengths, we call it as a SWOT analysis. SWOT means strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's what SWOT analysis. Now, second one I covered, employability skills. So under employability skills, I gave you 4 skills: conceptual, subject knowledge; technicality means problem solving skills; design skills, designing a programs or any machine; and 4th one is human skills. Try to maintain a congenial relationship with every human being. That is, next one is group discussion. Yeah, most of the companies, they follow different types of selection process. Different after your resume is shortlisted, some jobs, marketing jobs especially, they ask you to participate in a group discussion. They put you 3 to 4 or 6 people as a group. They try to identify the behavior of an applicant in a group. So how he will talk, how he will communicate, how he will respect the ideas of others, how he will take a initiativeness. So these things are called as, group skills, or a human being acting with the group. Okay, the group may be your own area people, maybe North Indian or South Indian or Tamilian, Malayali, Hindi, Telugu, many combination of many people. So how to manage this group so they try to observe and they try to select you. In any group, they give one topic. The topic may be, suppose I give an example, the impact of COVID on teaching and learning process. I'm giving one topic, the impact of COVID on teaching and learning process. Now everything changed now. Before 2 years, every student used to go to the class, lecturer used to come and give the lectures. But today lectures are taken care by Zoom, all these digital tools only. So this is what I say, we should have before entering into any group discussion, we should have a thorough knowledge. As just I gave you in the beginning, conceptual skills. If you are good at knowledge in subject knowledge, you can participate effectively in this group discussion also. Okay. Then that's what I said. First point is prepare well for the subject. What are the subject? Marketing, finance, HR, biology, geology, whatever it may be. Be thorough with the subjects. The first one. Second one is you can initiate the discussion. Suppose 6 people, no one is talking, then there is no discussion. Then how to start the discussion? You can take a one decision. You can take a one initiative to start a talk. You can say that, sir, the pandemic has given a new direction or new ways to conduct the classes online.
Yes.
Not like this. So this is what I say. Your thoughts always should be positive. Don't be negative. No, sir, because of pandemic, we are unable to study well. There are no classes, nothing happening. Lectures are not coming. We are not going. Don't give any negative sense. Always be positive. Yes, sir. Pandemic has given you new ways of learning and teaching process. That is through Zoom or online digital tools or Google Meet or some other ways of media channels. We could able to, sir, in the pandemic, I tell you one example. I tell you so that it will help you. When pandemic happened, I was working in one university. I went 3 months, I was in the house only. Then I planned after my classes will be 4 hours classes, 3 to 4 hour classes. Then what to do? We cannot go outside because there is a full curfew. No one is accepting. If we go outside also, police will not accept. Then I was sitting at home. Then I thought of, okay, I'm sitting at home. Let me prepare some YouTube lectures. You can see my YouTube lectures after my class. You type my name, Dr. Anand Bethapudi. You can find 29 to 30 YouTube lectures. I prepared PPT myself, marketing, general management, motivation, leadership. So like that, I prepared my YouTubes every day. It may take 2 to 3 days to prepare a YouTube, and I recorded all the YouTubes. I tell you one interesting thing. While I was attending this ICFI University Dean position, while I was entering into the interview boardroom, the interview members, they told me one thing, Anand sir, while you're coming to the interview, we are watching your videos. So those videos helped me to sit in this position. That is why I'm telling you, in the group discussion, always talk positive things only. Don't give negative points about anyone. It may be your college, or it may be any government policy, or anyone. Never give negative thoughts, because this is a personality evaluation. In the group discussion, they see your personality, how these thoughts are. Usually they say, if water is there in a glass, okay, then it was not filled totally. Then they'll ask you, what is this? You can say, sir, this is a half filled glass. You won't say the half is empty. Empty is negative, filled is positive. So always talk positive only. Never give negative sense, even to a group discussion, or it may be any other interview also. This is one more thing. Next, focus on both advantage and disadvantage. Suppose they'll ask you in the group discussion, sir, what are the chain marriages? You give talk. Then you can give positive things, negative things also. Chain marriages, naturally we need to talk negative only. We cannot talk positive on child marriages. So there are certain areas where you need to analyze in which context we need to talk, in which context not to talk. So these things should be knowing only observing the lectures like us or any other big experts, you can talk it. Next one, listen to the participants. Before you talk, be a good listener. God gave you 2 eyes and 1 tongue. God has not given 2 tongues and 1 ear. Okay, so 2 ears and 1 tongue means you need to listen more, talk less. When you're talking, the knowledge, your voice or your talk should be sensible. People should appreciate, he's giving a wonderful talk. You should be sensible. Don't give a negative talk. So this is what I say. In your group discussion, before you talk, you can listen your participants of the group effectively, then you can talk efficiently. So this is one thing. Next, showcase patience. So group discussion, some people may tempt you to talk immediately. No, have lot of patience. Cool, be confident. Then only you can talk. So after completing your participant, then only you can talk. And next one is showcase your thoughts by respecting group participants' thoughts. Whatever the expressions, the opinions given by your group participants, you respect them, and then say, "Sir, I am also giving one. I want to share my thought also." It can be considered. It can be considered. Sir, it is situational. Situational. I tell you one example. Types of leadership: authoritative, democratic, and laissez-faire. Authoritative means, hey, do this one. I'm giving you suggestions you have to follow. That's called authoritative. Democratic means, okay, we'll sit together. Okay, we take consensus. Consensus means agreement. Then we'll take a decision. Laissez-faire means, with the experienced guy, professor or a administrator, give him full freedom. So you can say which leadership is better. Then you should say, sir, it is a situational. Depends on the person to person. If person is the experienced guy, we can give laissez-faire leadership. If he is a person, if participants are not doing the work, we should use authoritative. Force, we need to use them. Okay, we need to demote them. Then only they can work. We should make a fear them. Okay, democratic means if people are cooperative, then we can go for a democratic participation. So this is what I said. Group discussion, these points can be followed to be an effective participant in a group discussion. Am I clear to you? Am I clear to you? Any doubts in group discussion? No, very good, very good. All clear, all clear. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kanak Prabha. Thank you, Mayanka Singh, Sachin Aditi. Okay, let me move to another last part of our today's session, that is called personal interview. In the personal interview, naturally, there may be 2, 3, 4 interview board members may be there. So we call it the panel members. Panel members may be 2 or 3 or 5. I have faced one interview in Osmania University. There are 11 panel members are there. That means 11 people are asking me question. 11 panel members are there. So naturally, any company, there may be 3 to 5 panel members may be there. So who are the panel members? The panel members may be subject expert. Another one may be HR recruiting manager. Another one may be psychological expert. That means they understand your psychology. Another panel member may be may be related to subject or general manager. So these are all 3 to 5 panel members in any interview. Panel. So now let me tell you how to face this interview. I gave 11 points I have listed. So there are some major things you need to observe. So if you want more also, you can follow, no problem. But I felt that these 11 points need to be addressed compulsory. What are those is, whenever you go into any company, first you need to study the organization. Study the organizational structure. What are the products? What are the services? Yeah, someone is talking. Yeah, what are the object, where it is located? Hello? Where it is located? What is the company objectives? What are the major operations of the business that we need to study by studying the website of that particular bank or a IT company or any other organization. We need to study overall structure of the objectives of the functionality of the company. That is first thing, major thing. And second one is, you need to understand what are the major duties or responsibilities to be performed if I get into that job. If I want to become a marketing manager, what is my role? If I'm a financial manager for that company for which they are calling me for interview, so what are my duties and responsibilities if I get a job, that particular job? So those things you need to understand before getting to the interview. Because if you know the duties and responsibilities, then automatically you will prepare. You will prepare for those knowledge and skills you will acquire. So this is what I say. Another one is skills required by the job. Suppose I told you just now example of driver. For a driver job, they call, suppose a flight or suppose you say car driver. Then car driver means naturally what type of interview may be there? They'll give you a car, you have to drive it. And same thing, if you are a marketing manager, they'll give one product, you sell it. You sell for a customer. So you need to imagine one customer, how to sell their product. So whenever you're going for any organization, first we need to study the organizational functionalities, nature of the business. First one. Second one, the type of job in which I have applied, I call for interview. The job duties, responsibilities of that particular job, we need to understand before getting to the interview. Okay, second. And third one is complete knowledge over the contents you have mentioned in the resume. You have submitted resume before getting to the interview. So maybe 3 pages or 4 pages or 5 pages, something, whatever the resume you have submitted. In that resume, what are the content you have written about your school education, college education, or hobbies, or technical skills, or languages like C language, Java language, .NET, or courses, or MS Office, Excel, or some other digital tools like Zoom, or some other thing you have mentioned in the resume. In the whatever the contents there in the resume, you must be perfect. You should not thorough. Suppose they'll ask you, you have mentioned that you studied in even Doon school, your schooling. So they'll ask you generally, which school you have studied. Then you should say immediately Doon school. You cannot take a time. No, I studied maybe Sri Lanka school or Doon school or Chaitanya school. That means your information is wrong. The college you studied, you should give immediate. Sir, I studied in a G1 Institute of Management and Technology. Spontaneously, you need to give. No, in an interview, they see how quick you are, how dynamic you are, how efficient you are. So you cannot take time for, suppose if you ask the question, what is your CGPA in degree? What is your percentage in degree? Should get 65, sir, 70, sir. Whatever it is there, you should tell immediately. You should not take time to think about your percentage. And when you have completed your degree, sir, I completed in 1995. I completed in 2005, 2015. Spontaneously should give. The content you have incorporated in your resume, you must be thorough knowledge, perfect knowledge, perfect command over the resume. That's one thing. Fourth one is, well, attend to the interview, you should wear formal dress. You cannot wear jeans pant, t-shirt, and hair with different styles. No, I am a professor. Even though there is no need of wearing a suit and tie and blazer. Why I am wearing? Because I am in a job. I am in a respectable profession, in a dean of one business school. I need to maintain certain attire. In the same way, in the interview also, interview panel member expect certain attire, business, your dress code for the interview. You cannot go just by using a slippers and chappals. No, you need to wear at least black shoes. Don't wear sport shoes for the interview. You should wear black shoes only. Formal wear only. Don't wear stylish dress. No, not necessary. They want your subject, not your stylishness. They want your communicative skills. Then they are expecting from your convincing skills, technical skills, human skills, not your your style of living. So this is what I say. Whenever you get into an interview, be formal dress only. Try to wear blue shirt, sky blue shirt that impress you more. And if possible, try to in-shirt is compulsory for any UG or PG, and black shoes are compulsory. Another one is if you have a habit of wearing a tie, try to wear the tie also. These are all the common things. And whenever you're going for interview, try to have a pen in your pocket. Suppose they ask you to sign on the resume or some certificate. You cannot ask the interview board member, sir, please give me the pen. No. So try to have a 1 or 2 copies of resume with you, and all the photostat copies of your certificates, and also if possible original certificates also. Naturally, they won't ask original immediately. After selection only, they go for verification. But there are some colleges, universities, companies, they'll ask you certificate verification also. Then you can carry all the documents perfectly along with 1 set of Xerox photostat copies, and also 2 to 3 resumes also, not 1 resume. Because the panel may ask you 2 to 3 resumes also. updated resume, not old resume. So latest resume you need to submit. So these are all the common things. Many people commit a mistake. I want you don't commit these mistakes. Small mistakes also, be perfect. Another one is you must be very confident. Don't be dull looking. Have a complete sleep before you get into the interview. You go to the bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock and get up by morning 4, 5 o'clock happily. So don't study too much in that before get into the interview. So that night don't study too much. So you study only the resume, whatever the content you have mentioned the resume, be confident that one. So that's what you need to be confident. The second, third one. Sixth one is answer by focusing on the eyes of the interview board member. You need to focus your eyes on the eyes of the board members. Don't be sitting like this or looking like this, Don't do like this. You need to, see the eyes of the board members. Is one thing. Another one is greet all the members, not one. If 5 people are there, sir, good afternoon to you all, sir, or good afternoon to you, madam, or greetings to you all. So may come inside. So like this, you should use a respectable, polite way of communicating with the, panel members. That's one thing. Next one is, suppose you are good at science, but they're asking questions at, mathematics. Then you are in a dilemma what to do. Then you give answer about mathematics, if possible, and try to convert the discussion towards your subject. Towards, sir, I got a 90% in statistics, sir. So I'm good at correlation, regression, ANOVA tools. So you talk more. Even if they ask you one question, try to give more answers, relevant answers, not irrelevant answers. Don't stop by giving, answer to the question. You give long, information to the given, so that entire interview board member feel that, okay, this candidate has more knowledge in this particular contest or a subject or a point. So that is the way you need to convert the interview into towards yourself. Suppose I attend for an interview. They'll ask naturally, what are your research papers? Then I can say, I published 66 research papers, sir. 3 books I published it. No, I won't stop. I say, sir, 66 papers I published. Many of the papers are tourism and hospitality management. I studied various hotels and customer satisfaction. Then what happens? Entire my interview coming into my tourism and hospitality sector, in which I have more knowledge. More knowledge. So whereas the domain in which you have more knowledge, you try to give more information. You convert those, interview panel members to your side only, your way only. So this is the way you need to use some techniques by which you need to win the interview, excel the interview. It's one thing. Second one, have some interviews are stress interviews. They'll ask you about your personal things. They put you a lot of pressure, but you should not get stressed. You should be very cool, very cool. Happily, you need to give a positive responses. Don't get stressed. Don't get stressed, right? This is one way of facing an interview. Another one is focus on previous achievements. Just now I told you, whatever the achievements you got, maybe first prize, second prize, I got 80%, 90%, class first, sports, journal or state level, international. You focus on your achievements, whatever the achievements from schooling onwards, schooling, intermediate, degree, you write all the achievements, you try to give more information. So they feel that, oh, this fellow already achieved many things. If I give this job, he will definitely succeed. One more thing is be prepared. So they may ask a question, why are you changing the job? Then you should say, sir, I want to get into a challenging role. I want to get into a challenging role, challenging environment, working environment. So that is the way positively try to give the information also. And next, be prepared. Why do you want to change? Why are you changing the organization? Sir, present organization is very good, sir, but I am looking for a organization in which I'll get a challenging roles. So use the word challenging in the interview. So I believe that, so my session is useful to you. Any doubts are there, you can talk to me right now. Anyone? Any doubts are there? From these 4 points,
No,
whatever I
sir.
told you. Yeah. Any doubts? Please type here, or you can talk. You know, anything is okay. No, sir. No, sir. Galaxy. Seema Kumari. I request you, all of you, please come to our campus, Dehradun, very scenic place. Please come for a one tour for campus of Dehradun. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Thanks.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
I won't come.
Yeah, please come. No doubts. Thank you, sir. Gaurav Verma. Farhan.
Thank you, sir, for today class.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, welcome. Most welcome, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank
Most
you,
welcome.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
बस
welcome.
बहुत चाहिए.
So, sir, should we? Sir? With your permission, sir, can we proceed towards the ending the session, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, students, we have one national mock test that we have our own examination for all the 9 campuses of IBS. So, students who are aspiring for their MBA or a PGPM, they can definitely apply for IBS, and the examination, which entrance examination which we conduct, that is called IBSAT. The application forms for IBSAT are already out, and you can apply. This is a common form for all the 9 IBS campuses of ICFI. The campuses are located in Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Dehradun, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Kolkata, Mumbai, and Pune. Apart from that, if anybody of you is preparing for any of the management entrance examination or any other competitive examination, you can appear for our IBSAT national mock test. This mock test was started on 10th of August and this will end on 30th of September. The best part of this mock test is that you can give this test from your need not to come to our office, and there is a prize money. Prize will be rupees 10,000 scratch voucher, and from 2nd to 100, that is 99 students will be getting rupees 2,000 scratch voucher if you perform well in the national mock test. This mock test is available on our website, that is www.ibsindia.org. The website is written at the bottom of the screen. Apart from that, I told you about the IBSAT examination. It is conducted for the 9 IBS campuses, and it is a 2 hours computer-based test. It is conducted at 95 test centers all over the India. It is having 4 sections with 140 questions, and the best part is that there is no negative marking. Apart from that, IBS is also having, we are also having our app. You can download the app from the Play Store, and once you download the app, you'll be getting a set of mini mock test papers, which are totally free of cost. These mock tests will help you to practice for any of the management entrance exams for which you are preparing. On the app, you can also find our campus videos. You will be getting all the information about the national level MBA entrance examinations, apart from IBSAT. We have our office in Varanasi. It is located at Fatman Road, Sigra, Varanasi. The contact numbers are also mentioned. The website is again mentioned at the bottom of the screen. It is www.ibsindia.org. You can open this website and you can appear for the national mock test. Still, we are having 13 days. So it is ending on 30th of September. So thank you. Thanks once again. And I thank to the college management and special thanks to Ravikant sir for giving us this opportunity to
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
students. And
Yes, sir. We also thanks to Dr.
we have shared
Anand
the feedback
Pethapati,
link.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sure, sir.
And
you
thanks
once
to
again.
Anand sir for the wonderful session.
Thank you,
And thanks to all the students for the patience, for listening to us patiently. Thanks once again, Anand sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
So tomorrow we'll also take class, sir.
Yeah,
So that Ravikant sir will inform you.
all the information related to college will be given in your group. Okay.
Okay,
So please don't put here any question. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
okay, sir.
Thank you, Amit sir.
Thank you, Anand sir. We'll be ending the session in.
Right, sir. Bye.
Okay, sir. अपना ग्रुप तो वीराना रहता
Thank you.